On July 19, a new Microsoft console exclusive was released, but the game did not attract much public attention. And so the team of the RTV Gaming channel decided to review this game and understand whether the game deserves the lack of attention to it. As Dusk Falls was introduced back in 2020 at a presentation by Microsoft. Development was led by Caroline Marshall, a former Quantic Dream employee who designed hits like Heavy Rain and Beyond, Two Souls. The game also had an interesting visual style and co-op. Its time for release, journalists, as well as players, were mostly flattering about the game. They praised the visuals, the implementation of the cooperative game, well-developed characters and of course, the plot. And of the minuses, they noted the ridiculous finale and not the best management. What is As Dusk Falls like? This is QTE. To be more precise, this is an interactive movie with elements of QTE. In the last few years, this genre has begun to become popular, and only in the past year have such games been released as Life is Strange 3, The Quarry, and, in fact, the game we are now talking about on the RTV Gaming channel. And it's nice to see this renaissance of the genre, because a lot of time ago they said that someday, such an interactive cinema will replace the cinema familiar to us. And it is possible that we will live to see this moment. It took us 8 hours to play through the game for the first time, and we spent those 8 hours with pleasure. But, of course, we replayed the game differently in order to find out other scenarios and get a couple more achievements. But we'll talk about replayability later. This is a topic for a separate discussion. Let's talk more about the plot. The plot is certainly an important part, especially for this genre. And the plot of this game raises very important life problems and situations, makes you think about your life and mistakes. The main characters, as well as all other characters, here do not feel like empty blanks, not at all. You really show any feelings to them, and you remain indifferent to them. And the villains here, as in life, everything is not so simple. They have motives, they are people too, and they weren't always like that. Or they never were at all what they seem to be initially. No. Here, as in life, the line between good and evil is blurred, and it is not so easy to understand who is right and who is wrong. Sometimes you even sympathize with the villains. And this is perhaps the most important sign of a good story, whether it's a game, a movie, or anything else. They have been working on the plot for a long time, and their efforts were not in vain. It certainly pleases. What immediately catches your eye at the first start is the style of the visual part for drawing. And surprisingly it is good, and the game does not interfere. On the contrary, it only improves the experience of the game. The sketches are somewhat reminiscent of our memories, as if we are looking at photographs and remembering what happened then. Some may not like it, of course, but in our opinion the drawing is done perfectly. The musical accompaniment in this game is also good. We would even add some of the tracks to our playlist, but unfortunately, our search for them was not successful. If you know a playlist with music from this game, write about it in the comments to this video. Let's move on to the variability of the passage and replay value. It really is here, and there are enough branches of development of events here, which is predictable for this genre, but nonetheless. Management in As Dusk Falls is normal. All QTE here is tied only to the mouse, which is certainly convenient, and we did not notice any problems in this. On the contrary. The game is one of the best representatives of the genre. Not at the level of Detroit, Become Human of course, but also excellent. But the game for most people went unnoticed, and in vain. This game has only about 240 people on Steam Online now. It is clear that this is also due to the fact that the game is available in Game Pass, but even with this condition it is very small. But summing up the game itself, I repeat, the game is about the same level as, say, The Quarry. But the plot of As Dusk Falls is still better and much more vital.